Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your host, Kazeem. Rahman on the hot seat today. This is her first time on the podcast.
I've never been out of the village before.
She has never been in Ignorant Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, Kym Kral. How you doing,
Hey,
Kym?
hi. I'm good. I'm excited about this.
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I think this will be, I like these
Fun?
things. Yeah, I think this will be fun.
Say fun. Don't say anything else other than fun.
This will be fun.
I think this will be fun. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I
All
think.
right, guys, say yes.
Yes, I know. Every time you ask me, you're like, are you ready? Like it's going to
Are
get
you
real
good?
scary.
No. Sometimes, Kym, sometimes people come on here, and this is why I tell people to listen to the podcast first. If they've never been here, I say listen to the podcast first, just so you know how ignorant we get. Because sometimes people come on here and I ask them, hey, did you listen to the podcast? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't have time. And then we just start asking ignorant questions and they can't take it.
And they get uncomfortable?
They get uncomfortable.
Real? And
Yeah, because it's stupid.
it would, even if I didn't listen to it, I have a bubble in my throat. It takes a lot to make me uncomfortable.
There we go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do your worst.
Guys, you know how we do it here. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause. And at the end, of course, we have our final choice.
Let it begin. Let it begin.
Now, Kym, I forgot to tell you, it is time for our constant choice.
Constant.
Everyone in the month gets the same first question. And Kym, you're very lucky. You're the first guest of June. So the constant choice of June, you're setting the tone here. All right, so no pressure. Would you rather constantly be itchy or only be able to wear one shoe at a time?
Wait, so always be itchy
Always.
everywhere. Or only be able to wear one shoe at a time. So if I went to Disneyland, I could only
one
have
shoe.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Or always be itchy. And not necessarily everywhere. Like sometimes your leg itches, sometimes your neck itches, sometimes the back of your foot itches. So you're always itching. Something's itching somewhere. Now, do you feel like that would be too much of a nuisance?
I feel like the shoe thing might be kind of a bummer. Cause I feel like, hear me out. So remember when you get braces, did you ever have braces?
No.
Okay, so when you had braces and they would tighten them each month, it would hurt really, really, really bad.
Yes.
And then eventually days would go by and they wouldn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
And the theory is that it would still hurt. You just got used to it.
Yeah.
So
it's like the frog in the hot water.
Yeah, they just get used to it. So
Yeah.
I feel like the itching, you'd learn how to live with it, but not being able to wear a shoe places, you'd have to
You know what? I never thought about that.
yeah, you'd have to constantly be explaining why you only have one shoe on.
Yes.
And you'd run out of, your friends would know.
But you wouldn't. You're telling me, but isn't that okay? Constantly having one shoe on, I think that's an easier explanation than having to itch at all times.
Yeah, but think about how many places you're not allowed to go without a shoe on.
Name 5. I can't name any.
A store, a restaurant.
You can go into a restaurant without a shoe on. If I'm wearing a suit,
and you only have one shoe on?
I don't think they'll notice.
I think they will. Will you have a sock on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think I'd go with itchy.
You'd still go with itchy.
I think you get used to it. I think if your whole life you're just really, or is it just one day, boom, you're itchy?
Yeah.
Boom, you're itchy.
And then next Friday, you start being itchy, or you start you start only being able to wear one shoe.
I love how serious
That's how it is. Yeah. Are you telling me, because right now I'm leaning towards
shoe.
I'm actually leaning towards itchy. But the way because in my mind you were right about, I think I'd get used to it. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know if I'd get used to it.
It'd probably take years.
How exactly? It's not braces.
Yeah.
Right? Braces is you tighten it once and it's only one spot. Right? But for itchy, I'm thinking I can get used to it if the back of my leg is always itchy. I can get used to that. I can just itch at home. But if one day it's the back of my leg, then the next day it's my right arm. Then it's my left arm. Then it's my hand. Then it's my neck.
Can I ask you, is anything on your body itching right now?
No.
The more we talk about it, my leg is itching, my arm is itching.
See, exactly.
Yeah,
right?
but think about, okay, what if you go on the road and you go on the road to like Canada in the middle of winter?
Okay.
Would you rather only be able to wear one shoe all around, or you just have this itch problem that
I'm not going to Canada in the middle of the winter.
All right, well, what if they're paying you a bunch of money to tell jokes in Canada in the middle of winter?
I would wear 13 socks. What are you talking about? I would figure it out, I think.
But I think I would pick itchy. I feel like you get used to the itch. And then it would just become a part of you. And you're like, yeah, I'm just itchy sometimes.
You're not itchy. That's the thing. You're not itchy sometimes. It's constant.
It's constant.
How will you sleep?
Oh, you have to take drugs.
That's fair.
But, like just night drugs.
I like how the way you said that was like, Kazeem, come on. That's an easy answer. All right. He's like, how will you sleep? Like, Kazeem, drugs. What are you talking about? You didn't even contemplate sleep. You already knew this is how I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. I'm good on that.
I mean, haven't you had insomnia in your life? You just take drugs.
No, I've had insomnia before. I've had situations where I just couldn't sleep, but I just didn't sleep.
You just didn't take drugs?
Yeah, I didn't have drugs at my disposal it was like a weird, I think I was having a panic attack. I don't know. I just couldn't sleep.
I have a little bottle of Benadryl that knocks me out.
Damn, I need to get one of those.
I don't know if it's healthy though. I don't know.
Have you heard anything on this podcast before? Nothing's healthy?
Nothing's healthy.
No, we're not healthy people.
I pick itch. I pick itchy.
Okay, I'm going to go itchy this time. I don't know what I'm going to do next episode, but right now I'll do itchy because if you're telling me that I can get used to it, then maybe I'll get used to it.
Have you ever gotten in a really cold pool? It's like the frog. Yeah, you get in a really cold pool and you're like, I'm never going to be able to be comfortable in this pool. It's too cold.
And then suddenly, And
then 2 hours in, you're like, this pool's great.
That's actually most pools. You have to dip your toe in it. Then you walk in on the shallow end a little bit. Then after you do the full body thing, after it gets to like your mid back, I think you're fine.
I think you have to like really just jump in once you're at the mid back.
Yeah, you really just have to just go in. And sometimes you just jump in the pool.
Those people are psychopaths.
Right? Sometimes I'll do that. It depends. It depends if it's like the deep end. If I just want to get it over with, then I just jump in the pool. And then it's cold for like 2 seconds.
And then it's gone.
I
bet that's the way the itch would be.
I don't think that's the way the itch will be. I just don't want to have to explain a shoe. Right, at the point.
For the rest of your life, you have to explain a shoe.
For the rest of your life, you're going to have to explain itchy though.
Yeah, but you can, you've itches when your hands are like full and you're like, oh, my leg itches, but my hands are full. And then you just ignore the itch and eventually it just kind of goes away. But if I was just sitting here itching my leg and every few minutes just itching my leg, would you be like, that bitch is itching her leg a lot? Or you probably wouldn't even notice.
I would notice.
You would or you wouldn't?
I probably wouldn't notice.
Yeah, but
I probably wouldn't notice. You're right.
If I came in with one shoe and just left one shoe, wouldn't you be like, where the fuck's your other shoe?
I would. If I looked at your shoes right there by my door, if there was only one of them, I would notice.
Yeah.
I would notice. And then I would only say something as you were leaving. Because I was like, did you leave? I think you left a shoe. And you were like, nah, I only wear one. I was on this podcast, made a deal with the devil. It just, and I'd be like, oh, okay. Would I invite you back?
No.
I'd invite you back.
Would you?
You're a normal person though.
But yeah, I guess if everything else has to be specifically perfectly normal. There can't be one hiccup.
There can't be one. Like you're on thin ice at this point.
Yeah, if you do anything kind of weird.
Listen, you're already a lady with one shoe. You're already in my mind. You're like, you're that crazy lady with one shoe.
One shoe? What, you go on dates?
Yeah.
You pick up a girl on a date and she's like, where's your shoe? And you're like, I only can wear one shoe. I made a deal with the devil. It was either be itchy all the time or only have one shoe. And she would be like, you should have chose itch.
Yeah, probably. And then you were like, well, that's not the podcast. And she's like, what podcast? And you'd be like, podcast, Tough Choice with Kazeem and Rahman. Do you listen to anything in the podcast right now? We're global. All right, we'll move on. Would you rather have a friend or family member die every year on your birthday?
Jesus.
Or die alone?
Define die alone.
Oh, that is an over 30 question. What does that mean? I don't know. When I wrote it, I'm thinking there's no, you're alone.
Like
no friends, no family, no loved ones. You're alone. And that's how you die.
Oh,
like
God.
Those old ladies in when you like sometimes when they just find an old lady dead in her apartment.
And the only reason they found her is because the neighbors started to smell something.
Exactly. Right. They heard the dog barking, but then we didn't know what was going on.
Every year on your birthday?
Every single year.
Good friend?
A friend or family member. Label not, and if we're being fair, not a good friend, but a friend. Not all your good friends will go immediately, but a friend. Not an acquaintance, because there's a difference, right? Not just someone you know, a friend or a family member. Now, a family member. Not a good family member, not your close family members, just a family member in general.
It's like a random cousin.
Sometimes it can be a random cousin. Sometimes maybe it's your favorite cousin, friend or family member.
That's a hard one, because that shows if I choose to not die alone, that I'm a selfish asshole.
No, not necessarily.
Really?
Because that's what I choose. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think I would choose that.
I can't. I'm gonna have my friend or family member die alone. I'm gonna have my friend or family member die every year on my birthday. It's going to suck.
Yeah.
But I'll still have my other friends and family.
But we're also comedians. We have like 5 friends die a year. That's so dark. So it's like the one might as well die on my birthday.
Yes, that sounds dark. But I think the first 2 times you're like, man, my friends and family really don't like my birthday. They just want to die exactly on my birthday. After the 4th time, you're like, I think it would teach me and not to get all like sappy. I think it would teach me to appreciate the people around me more.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it would.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly.
Losing people now makes me
sad.
Appreciate people more. But I think if I knew it was coming.
If you knew it was coming every year on the 4th.
Oh man. And you're just like waiting. And does anyone in your life know?
You can tell people.
Someone always dies on my birthday and people are like, oh, haha, that's just, you're just don't.
Yeah.
You know.
I think once you say it though, you can't, it's not something that you want everyone else to be paranoid. That would be selfish. That would be selfish a little bit.
Yeah. I don't want to die alone.
I can't die alone.
Why can't you die alone?
I just can't. I don't want to be that old guy in the apartment that they just like hasn't paid his rent in 2 months, right? Cause you get like 2 months, right?
I think it's like 3.
You get like 3 to to not say anything, right? Especially like, let's say I die. So this is so morbid. Let's say I die on the 3rd. So I already paid my rent.
Yeah.
So I'm just in my apartment dead for 27 days.
Yeah.
And then another 2 weeks go by because I haven't paid my rent. So they give you like 2 weeks. Maybe they put a notice on your door.
They like call.
Maybe and then they don't hear anything. They put an eviction notice, right? Eviction notice is what? After a month?
I think it's like 60 to 90 days before. Like
Boom.
It's really hard to evict.
Exactly.
And
right?
then you're just.
And then I'm just dead on my couch.
And you don't have any animals.
I don't have any animals. Exactly. No dogs are barking. I'm not getting a dog.
And your cat's not eating you.
And the cat's not eating you. Right?
Yeah, I don't want to die alone.
Can't die alone. It's going to suck. My life will suck for the rest. It's going to suck for the rest of my life that I know one of my friends or family members is going to die. I will say this. If like 1 year, it's like, oh no, your uncle died. And I'm like, oh, which uncle? And they're like, the uncle you don't like. And I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Oh, good. This year I don't have to.
This year's going to be a solid ass birthday because no one I care about died. Right.
But also like, every year going into the year,
yes,
someone's going to before this choice, someone's going to die anyway every year. Cause it's just we live in Los Angeles.
Circle of life.
Yeah. And it's part of life.
Yeah. But now I know it's going to be on my birthday.
Wait, hold on. If we pick that one, are we guaranteed to not die alone? Like guaranteed that like our soulmate will pop up and we'll get to live happily ever after.
I don't think there's a guarantee. I think it's either you die alone or you have a friend or family member.
What if you pick the friend or family member
and you still die alone?
Yeah.
No, because you'll have friends
Oh, okay. You'll still at least have friends.
Yeah, you still have friends. You still have family.
But if you pick die alone, everyone in your life will leave you.
Basically.
Yeah, I'd pick family member die a year. Yeah.
Family member dying. Would you rather? We'll change the subjects. Have legs for arms or be banished to Antarctica?
Banished to Antarctica.
I don't know. You would not want to be banished to Antarctica. You're picking Antarctica?
Yeah.
Why can't I say
Antarctica?
What? Antarctica. There we go. I know how to say it correctly.
Legs for arms?
Kym.
Kazeem.
Kym, hold on. Before you speak,
Okay.
let me read it again. Okay. Legs for arms. Okay. You still have your legs,
but now
your arms are also legs.
with feet.
With feet. Right? Or be banished to a continent that is a country or a continent. I'm not even sure. That's how much I don't know about Antarctica.
It's cold.
It's cold. Who lives on Antarctica?
Scientists.
Scientists. That's it. Cold ass scientists.
You would you walk around on all fours?
I would figure it out but I'd be by my pool.
I'd pick Antarctica.
Why would you pick Antarctica?
I mean, the only way you could ever have some semblance of a normal life with arms for legs is if you become like a circus thing. Like you have to have people pay you.
Oh yeah, my stand-up comedy will go through the roof if I have arms for legs. Yeah.
I don't think
It's
so.
like Brad Williams. He's a little person and there's only one little person that's doing jokes.
That's not true. Nick Novaki.
I have no idea who that is.
He was on Sons of Anarchy.
Damn. All right. There's only like
he's
five.
a
There's only like five.
comedian.
There's only like 5 or 6 little people out here doing jokes.
Yeah, but how would you would never be able to use your hands again.
You don't have hands.
Yeah, you would never have hands. You would have feet. You wouldn't be able to write. You wouldn't be able to really hug people.
Damn, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I can hug.
No one would want to hug you. No one would be like, the only way it would work is if you were around other people that made the same choice and then you all could live together. No, I pick Antarctica.
Damn.
Hands down.
I don't know what I want.
Yeah. Would your arm legs be as long as your legs? So you would walk around, like you could walk around like a 4-legged animal, or would you have to stand up straight and then it would just be.
Have legs for arms? I will say it will be the same length as, your arm will be the same size, like the same muscular thing where it's like you have that, the bicep and the forearm.
Uh-huh.
And then I was saying that and because I don't know my muscles. But
I don't know them either.
Will it be will you be like have a thigh? No. It'll be the same size.
So it'd just be feet on your hands.
Feet on your hands. And legs. You still have the thigh, but the thigh won't be just this big thigh. It'll be like a regular arm size thigh.
It'll be a little thigh.
Yeah.
But it'll be as long as your leg.
Yes.
So the only way it would really work out is if you walked around on all fours.
I know that sucks, but yes.
How would you drive? How would you eat? You'd have to eat with just your mouth.
But that's the thing. I can still survive because I'm in Los Angeles with the good weather, not in Antarctica with the horrible weather.
I'll take Antarctica. Scientists are interesting. Plus like the living rate, you probably find your soulmate up there. You can probably why banished?
I don't know. That's the word.
Just like you can never leave Antarctica.
Banished means you can't. Banished means you're stuck there.
Okay, but also with climate change, a lot of shit's melting up there. So like it's probably not going to be, it's still going to be for sure cold, but it's like forever it won't be. But you'll still have your hands.
No, it's Antarctica. It's not Alaska. Alaska, you can say it's going to be a little warm. Not Antarctica.
I know.
Antarctica is always cold.
I know virtually nothing about Antarctica.
Antarctica is always cold.
But there's places to live with like heat because there's humans there, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I pick Antarctica.
I don't know if there's even a capital.
You know how rough it is to die, like your feet. You die alone if you have hands for feet.
That's fair.
But you don't want to die alone.
I don't want to die alone at all.
So no. you wouldn't die alone in Antarctica.
I would find someone.
In Antarctica.
In Antarctica.
But I don't know if you'd find somebody with no hands.
Eskimos.
I think if you were here in Los Angeles with feet for hands, people would be like, yeah, that's interesting, Kazeem. Good for you in your comedy career.
But if I was in Antarctica, I wouldn't have a comedy career.
You'd probably be the only comedian. So you'd probably be
Kym,
the comedian.
No, stop it.
I choose Antarctica.
I will choose hands for feet.
Okay.
And we'll just agree to disagree.
Okay.
Would you rather always publicly vote against your beliefs or be incapable of love? Welcome to Tough Choice. It makes no sense.
It's so funny.
I know the question makes no sense, but
Publicly, like say I like publicly vote for Trump.
yes,
So everyone knows I voted
everyone
for that.
knows you posted it. You said I voted for Trump.
Or be incapable of love.
Incapable of love. Why is this hard?
I really,
What? Publicly vote against your belief. You want to be incapable of love.
but I don't want, but then no one will probably love me if they find out I'm voting for Trump every year.
Listen.
The right kind of people aren't going to love me.
There we go. There we go. I'm glad you corrected yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody, you'll find somebody. Are you gonna like them?
Are they going to have a swastika tattooed on their chest? Probably.
Probably. I can't be incapable of love. No, that's gonna suck though.
Yeah.
Every year, there's an election. Okay, we'll be fair too. We won't count citywide elections. We will count the 2-year and the 4-year,
Okay.
right? Because
So
if we count citywide stuff and you have to post all the time, like, I like this, I voted for this guy for mayor because he wants to give the police more money.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, wait, what? Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I would.
Why is this hard? Kim, you're really distraught.
I really like this one's really hard because I
This
don't
is
want to
not
be
hard.
incapable of love.
This is
But
not hard at all.
yeah, but like
This is not
I
hard.
really believe in not voting for people
Yes.
that you like.
Yes, that you despise.
Like, let me ask you, like, how many friends did you lose to Trump? I lost a few friends to Trump where I was like, oh, we good. Have a good life. If that's what you believe is fine. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say I lost friends. There were comics that I didn't know were Trump supporters.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fine. You know, okay, because I had a coworker back when Trump just first started running that was like, yeah, I support him. And then I just didn't agree with him. But it's not that they were Trump supporters. It's the fact that they were blindly Trump supporters.
Yeah, that's
It's like, you're not even going to acknowledge the BS.
well, okay. So if it was like back in like Bush Kerry election,
Yes.
I would probably pick a publicly vote, right? Because that or McCain, like that wasn't like,
Yeah.
but now it's so insane that
Now it's so far off.
I think I would pick being capable of love. People would
Really?
still love me.
Yes, but you're incapable of love. That's how much you really don't want to vote against your own. You really don't want to publicly vote against your own beliefs.
Yeah, I really believe. Like I'm gonna run for office in like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, I like
Dope.
really give a fuck about social issues.
Okay. You know what? Then that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd way rather make a difference
And
than.
then the people will love you, but you're incapable of it.
And I'm also comic. We're
Fair.
yeah. So I'd pick that one.
All right. Would you rather write a death threat to the president and mail it to the White House with your return address, or have the next 20 strangers you meet discover your darkest secret?
I don't darkest secret. I don't know if I have a darkest secret.
Everyone has something.
I guess that's true. I'm pretty open about all my stuff.
See, sometimes having a comic on here, it's like, oh, do you want like your darkest secret? And you're like, I don't really have nothing that I haven't said on stage already.
Yeah. I have a podcast where I sit in my closet and I just like tell my darkest secrets.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think of like something that would horrify me.
I'm trying to think of my darkest secret too. But let's say you had one. Would you want the next 20 strangers to know?
Strangers.
Strangers.
I'd never see them again.
We don't know that. They're just strangers to you at the moment.
20 strangers. For sure. Because I feel like if you mail a death threat to the White House, that puts you on some kind of list. You probably can't fly for a while. You may go to jail.
I think the Secret Service wouldn't wouldn't take it seriously if I leave my return address.
They like check you out and you're just like walking through Trader Joe's getting bananas.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, this guy isn't.
Oh, this might not have been him. Right? Might have been, a podcast with Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman. # Tough Choice. I think that for some stupid reason, I genuinely feel no idiot writes a death threat and leaves his return address. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they'll probably think the same thing and like give me a 5-minute guest spot at the next White House function.
What is it called? White House
Correspondence Day.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You think if you write a death threat to the White House, they would not take it seriously and then give you 5 minutes at the
I don't think they take it seriously.
I think they have to.
I don't think they take it seriously.
I mean, I think you're underestimating how deeply disturbed a lot of our country is, and they probably have sent them.
That's fair.
And then the 20 strangers, they're like, oh my God, we know that you killed someone. And you're like, yeah.
That's a very specific secret we'll move on, but that's a very specific secret that you just said. We know you murdered someone at the Lincoln Hotel in Nebraska. You're like, whoa, time out. Whoa. What? Kym, what are you talking about?
It's easy to get rid of a body. All you have to do is just get a little bit of lie at a time so it doesn't raise any red flags.
What? Time out. Hold on. That caught me way off guard. What are you talking about? What's lie?
Well, lie, if you put lie, like, did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah. Oh, the little milky stuff.
That'll like disintegrate a body. Yeah.
Fuck.
But if you buy like a little bit of at a time, it won't. Like if you buy a bunch of like, I think it's manure that, and you can make an explosive out of that.
Make a bomb.
Yeah. But if you buy a little bit at a time, it's not going to raise any red flags. Like Sudafed and meth.
That's why you can't. That is true. You can't buy more than like 2 Sudafeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I picked 20 strangers, hands down.
You know what? I'll pick the 20 strangers too. Only because you convinced me.
Nice. What was the only one I didn't convince you? Antarctica and hands for feet?
Antarctica, there's no way I'm doing hands for feet. That's insane. Would you rather find a monster in your closet or have a mosquito buzzing around your head whenever you're trying to sleep?
I mean, probably the monster, right?
It's a monster.
But you could kill it once and then it's done.
Yeah. If find a monster in your closet doesn't mean there's a monster in your closet and you know it's there and you're going to go figure it out. It's you open your closet, boom, monster. Same size as you, by the way. I know people are like, what's the size of the monster?
I assumed it'd be big.
Same size as you.
Oh.
It's your size, except it's a monster.
And I can't kill it? It's just always there?
If you want to try.
I could probably take me.
Hold on. I got you. That was the silliest thing ever. The way you said that, he's like, I can kick my ass. I can definitely figure out how to handle myself.
Yeah. And it's probably dumb too, because it's a monster. It's probably not smart.
Yeah, probably. So you're not even gonna consider the mosquito.
No.
Huh.
I mean, if it's like, I know that's kind of like the itchy thing, like you'll probably get used to it or you just take drugs to go to sleep. But have you ever had a bug flying around your face while you're trying to sleep?
No.
It's not something you get used to. It's a goddamn nightmare.
I've never been like camping or anything like that. I've had a bug fly around my face when I'm trying to like work and stuff.
And it's a nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
Yeah. So monster.
All right.
Fine. What about you? Do you have to agree with your guest? Is that?
No, I don't, but.
Am I switching your opinion each one?
I'm doing the mosquito.
Really?
I don't think I can defeat a monster. Yes, it's my size, but it's still a monster.
Yeah, but you're smarter than it. And you have weapons.
You're not going to the closet with weapons. You're opening the closet and boom, there's a monster.
Oh, then it mauls you and you die.
We don't know.
Oh.
That's the thing.
I mean, still monster in closet. I could take myself.
Okay. Last one.
I'm ready.
Would you rather forget how to read or never be able to use GPS again?
These are so good. I just forget how to read, never be able to use. Oh,
I know. Yeah, I know. When you hear it the first time, you're like, oh, this is easy. And then you really think about it. One, you need to know how to read.
Yeah.
Do you want to act?
Yeah.
You're going to need to know how to read.
Yeah.
2, how are you going to get to that audition without a GPS?
Can you use a map?
Yeah.
Oh, GPS then.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do that.
So you'd pick not knowing how to read?
I don't know.
That really? I feel like the GPS.
I can't think of any, sounds so stupid. I can't think of anything I need. I haven't read today. So I think I can figure life out without reading.
Would you be able to write?
Yeah.
Because they kind of go hand in hand.
Okay. I didn't think that far
Yeah.
into the podcast question, but you're right. Reading and writing kind of go hand in hand. You have to be able to read to know what you're writing. Fair.
Yeah. What if you wrote and then you just were like, I don't know if this is good, so I guess I don't know why I tried to write it. And GPS, think about it. Before we had GPS, people just got good at knowing their cities.
Yes.
So like I would be able to know, like you just gave me your address and I would be like, oh, I know where that is. Because I gotten used to not ever using GPS. People did it for eons, but everyone's been reading the whole time. I want to read.
So you're just not going to use GPS.
Yeah. There's
I'll
maps.
do that too.
Yeah.
I'll do that too.
My favorite question is incapable of love. That's the funniest thing that'll happen to me all weekend. Especially the way you said it.
Capable of love.
Or incapable of love.
Incapable. All right. Guys, now it is time for our final choice. It is a marry, fuck, kill.
Oh.
Kym Kral. Your three choices are Beyonce, forever and always. She's always our constant for marry, fuck, kill.
Okay.
For you, since we have a female comic here, usually when there's a female comic, we give them 2 dudes and I have to figure my life out. So for you, we will do The Rock.
Okay.
And then we will let's do Michael B. Jordan.
Oh.
So Kym Kral,
Oh, easy.
Beyonce, The Rock, Michael B. Jordan.
I'd marry Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
I'd have sex with Beyonce.
Okay.
And I'd kill The Rock.
You'd murder The Rock.
Yeah.
You'd murder the people's champ.
But I'd have sex with Beyonce.
You would murder The Rock. Damn.
Michael B. Jordan is so attractive. You got to just marry him and he's just there. You got to sleep with him forever.
I'm trying to think.
The Rock is fine, but he's never really done it for me.
Just the nonchalantness of your murdering of The Rock was very disturbing to me. You're like, I mean, The Rock is a nice guy, but he can die. It's fine.
It's fine. If I had to pick.
Yes. If you have to pick. Okay. For me, we will fuck Beyonce.
Really?
We can't marry Beyonce. I don't know if you know this, with a rule, most of the time Beyonce dies because she's lived her life. But
oh my God.
We will fuck, but we can't. But okay, backtrack. In the year 2021, we said for the whole year, the year of our Lord 2021, no matter what the choices are, Beyonce dies. And we kept to that for a whole year. Now, it's 2022, and I said, we're going to suspend this Beyonce dies rule, but you may not marry Beyonce.
Oh, so now you have to just fuck her.
So now you have to fuck Beyonce.
Well, I picked fuck Beyonce.
I'm going to fuck Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I think we're in sync.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck Beyonce. I'm going to kill The Rock.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to marry Michael B. Jordan. He has money already, so I'll have my own room in the mansion, my own section, right? All the women that will try to come after him, but he's like, no, I don't want you. I want Lori Harvey. They come to me.
Yeah. You'll get the runoff.
I'll get the runoff.
You don't want Rock's runoff?
No, not really. It's just women that are like bodybuilders and stuff like that. No, thank you. Yeah. Damn. All right, guys. This is that was a rare moment that me and the guest are in total sync. Guys, that has been our episode. This has been Tough Choice. I've been your host, Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem Comedy. That's Kazeem Comedy. Kym, where can we find you?
You can find me at Kym Kral, KYMKRAL. I have a podcast called Kral Space, KRAL Space. So like my last name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a handle for the podcast or
No, it's just on Kym Kral. Everything's on that. Yeah.
Everything's on Kym Kral, and we'll put all of that in the show notes, the Kym Kral Instagram and the podcast information. And if you have a tough choice question or a Marry Fuck Kill you want us to consider, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. This has been Kym Kral. You guys have been amazing. Bye.
Bye.